Namaste. Hello Gemini, welcome to the extended. Thank you for being here. We're going to clarify with 18 cards. The important axes are this and this, because the middle is the challenge. The middle is the balance around the number 9, around the core, so it's very important. And then these and these rows there are like the external world, that are the energies that are trying to balance on the external world. And then we have 3 and 3 around this 9 card, the Ace of Wands, which is kind of describing the flux between the 3 and the 6. So the inner workings of your soul, the challenge cards, so to speak. It's like, what do you need to consider to cross from one to the other side and back and forth again, until you learn that lesson, right? So clarify with the party cards. They've seen a lot. They're not easy to handle anymore, but they got me into some cool after parties here on Bali. Always have them in my fanny pack every party, and just love them. But yeah, they're kind of busted, see. Never mind. Let's see what the cards hold for you. So it is about a pivotal change that is probably connected to traveling or just moving positions within the organization, because you see there's a lot of potential. You have to make a judgment call of it. The problem is that you kind of have to go from your gut here and just trust your gut on this, because being in your head is not gonna serve you so well right now. But this is all for you realizing that your head is a beautiful place, and it's good to have reasons, right? And sometimes you just gotta trust them, because you know, and you don't know exactly why. That's that Ace of Wands. That's just like, I'm just fucking going for this, right? But it's not coming from nothing. There's the Judgment and an Ace of Pentacles in the middle row. It's like, you know, because you've done the math. You know there's a lot of fucking potential in whatever decision it is you're trying to make here, right? It's just coming with a little confrontation, right? Let's see what this confrontation is all about in the upper row. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Page of Cups, and the Empress. That's interesting. It has to do with some network, right? Because it's water energy. It's about emotions, emotional fulfillment, a love offering, in a sense. Maybe you're moving for love. That could be it. But there's that Empress. And it seems like that Empress is a very nurturing energy. I don't feel like this is necessarily your energy. I feel like it is the energy that you're seeking. Let's clarify the other side, so I have like a clearer picture of what the balance here is. Clarified by the Five of Wands in reverse, which is funny because the Five of Wands is also like in the middle right here. So this is the way you're going about this. The Lovers in reverse. And the Two of Wands. Yeah, well, the thing clarifying this Ace of Swords, the truth that is unspoken, is to get out of this Five of Wands conflict energy. There is a commitment you made that you kind of have to decide against or work with, in a sense. Because there's that Two of Wands, which is looking for a direction. It is the next step from the Ace of Wands. You use that energy to then just like take it to the next level and go for it. Like, go for a direction. Even if you don't have the plan yet, you have a plan to make a plan, right? That is good. There's still afraid of the confrontation of trying to of disappointing someone here, right? The Lovers in reverse means there's a commitment you would have to break. That's the confrontational part of it. if you want to own your truth and make that decision of what you truly want. Because on the other side, balancing this, like there is that King of Cups, the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Empress. And then there in the middle, there's that Page of Cups. Just like the Empress is trying to explain her feelings to someone that is not exactly on top of being emotional, like a little immature here. So it feels like they're not gonna take it well. There's a lot of love involved here also. Like if this is a working, like a work thing, if this is a work relationship, it feels very much like either you're like this with your boss, right? Or you have team members that really count on you, but at some point, and you are the nurturing part of it, it's like the Empress telling them, sorry guys, I gotta leave you guys on your own. I'm moving up the ladder here. I'm a sidestep into a different, doing something different with my life. And it's not about you, but it's like, sorry, right? It feels like that kind of conflict, like it's an emotional confrontation, very much, a little, heated up, right? But not in a bad way. More, it's not fiery heated up like butting heads. It feels more that there's a lot of love and commitment here in that particular network that you are leaving behind, or that you have to leave behind to go with that change. Because the Fool, that new beginning is a new fucking beginning, and the Judgment's going to set you free to make that Ace of Pentacles work. And it seems just like that is a fucking strong commitment you have to tackle here, and you have to put into a different light, into another perspective. And someone's not gonna handle it exactly well. Let's see. On the more manifested side, there is a Knight of Wands in reverse, a Justice in reverse, and a Four of Swords. The reason why the Fool is delayed, why that beginning hasn't happened yet, because there is that sense of responsibility. The Knight of Wands is very passionate about making this Four of Swords happen, and the Four of Swords is basically pulling through rough times, like, come on, just walk it off, we're getting through this, yada, 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 right? But then there's that Justice in reverse is crossing that, which is kind of like not doing you justice. It's like, but if you think you need to fight, then you will always have to fight, and maybe that's not your fight anymore, right? Maybe there's something that you need to let go of or not be a part of anymore, and maybe it's fucking okay, right? Maybe that is okay to not trying to make it work if it's already broken. Because here is that Eight of Cups in reverse, which is like, broken emotions, unfulfilled dreams, and just things that are just like fucking you up over and over again. That's why you think you need that Four of Swords energy. It's like, fuck that, just walk it off. Doesn't feel right to me, especially if there's a Fool card on the table, which means it's time. It's fucking time for you, right? It's not closing out a cycle. It's like the cycle has already begun, and you're just delaying it because you think you have that commitment, right? So the Nine of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Star, by the Two of Swords in reverse, and by the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups in reverse is like, it's a feeling of leaving a family behind, But then again, you kind of know that the Star is guiding you away, and that it's supposed to happen like that. But in the middle, crossing this, is the Two of Swords, like that is holding on to something. Just like the Four of Swords, the Two of Swords is coping mechanisms that make you pull through shit, but also blind you in a sense. Especially with the Two of Swords being in reverse, right? And the Star card, the Star is like you being on your way, being divinely guided, then looking away from that Ten of Cups in reverse, from the Two of Swords in reverse. This is on your mind. Like, it's the Nine of Swords in reverse, meaning you kind of know. You kind of know your path already. You kind of know that this new beginning is meant for you and that you have to go. You're just trying to find the right time, and you're not sure at times if it's a stupid decision maybe, right? But you kind of know for you to follow your star, there's that Ten of Cups that you need to leave behind, which is a card of family, like emotional structures, right? That's a card of family, that's a card of emotional support also, right? And that Two of Swords is a card of like, yeah, working with your intuition, but actually you're working with your mind, right? So you think you are protecting your heart right there from being hurt, but actually you're protecting your heart from opening up. And that's exactly like, you have to get out of your head. So how do you get out of your head when you come from knowing to make that you have to make that decision, working towards what you need to face for that? Then the Ace of Wands is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Cups in reverse. Wow. So this is speaking the truth, right? This is very much speaking the truth. The Queen of Swords look into that Five of Cups in reverse, realizing you have to look forward, right? She is looking for that truth. She's not afraid of the truth. And she sees that you have to leave this Five of Cups energy behind. The idea of hurting someone, the idea of loss, of losing someone, right? And turn around and take a look at the other two cups on the card that are not spilled right here. You know, the classic image right there? The guy's only looking at the 3 spilled cups, not looking at the 2. The Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles, they're both looking into that direction. It feels like it can be both your energies, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, like the one knowing that the potential is there, and the other one providing the strategy, right? So the potential is the Pentacles, it's the manifestation. The King of Pentacles, he knows like there's some value in that. He's looking at that Ace of Pentacles right here, at the full potential, right? This can be your energy, like wanting to make it happen, and the Queen of Swords just being ready to face the truth. And the truth is, it's going to come with some loss, but it's probably supposed to be like that. Another feeling I get with this King and Queen could be that this new beginning is actually one in love. So that is maybe tied to a very stable situation that you have right now. It's like either you're moving for a person or with a person, like that Bonnie and Clyde feeling, just, you know, or you're leaving behind a circle of friends, right? You have another posse now. You're not at meetings anymore, not at the hangout anymore. You're just like walking into a different phase of your life with another. That could be it, that this is triggered. For others, it's you incorporating both sides, right? The longing for creating something more in your life, knowing that there is more out there to gain. And the Queen of Swords, the mind energies that knows, okay, fuck, I need to face that Five of Cups. Whoever energy that is. I will feel lost, they will feel lost, but it's about moving on from that loss, right? And accepting that it's a part of the journey, is just leaving things behind, right? So that's that. It looks a little like a Bonnie and Clyde theme for me, with the King and the Queen right there, both looking at the Five of Cups, both looking at the Ace of Pentacles. And it's a very passionate decision. It's very passion driven. That Ace of Wands is all driving it in the middle right here, right? So let's see, on the upper diagonal we have the Six of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. So this is this is moving on. There's another 6, right? And the 6 of Wands is like working towards that public recognition, that like you deserve better, or there is more out there, right? Also, there is that Knight of Pentacles. But they're all facing the truth. They're all facing towards this Ace of Swords that needs to be addressed, right? And in the middle, there is the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords in reverse. Crossing this, or it's not even crossing, it's just like the 7 of Swords in reverse right here is realizing that strategizing is holding you back in a sense. You got to go with your gut on this one. Also, it could be a sign for someone actually not telling the whole truth, trying to be tricky about it. So it's hinting at the Ace of Swords, right? The feeling of not exactly being betrayed, but not getting your full value. Someone is kind of skimming your cake, skimming your value, right? In a sense, that could be it. When you're like, okay, I know it's business, but still, like, the fact that it's business means I have to tell you, I got to move on from this, right? And I do love you, but there is this business side of things with that Knight of Pentacles, with the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, right? And the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, getting you into that 6 energy. 6 of Swords in your mind. You have to adopt new mindsets, be ready to like make new experiences, right? And the 6 of Wands, which is like the fiery part of this. The knowing you have to go with that impulse, because that impulse is the most powerful thing you got as a driving force. That is like, you kind of have to make that work, and you're very much in the energy of doing it. You just like, yeah. What you need to address is this 7 of Swords in reverse. It's like, guys, no more bullshit, cards on the table, I love you, right? But there's a new phase in my life, and I don't even know exactly what it's going to hold, but I have an idea that it's going to blow up big time, and you got supporting energies on your side, right? And this is very, very, very beautiful. That's very beautiful. Can I put it in one sentence? It's like, yeah, you know that there's more out there, and it's okay to look for it, and you owe no one an apology. You just need to be open and honest about what you're feeling. Hold space for their feelings, right? And then realize it's all about embracing this change, going with it, trusting your gut, and making that decision to just like deal with that confrontation, that emotional confrontation, and then it's okay if things change. And it's okay that you have to leave things behind to move on. That's okay. Hold space for that. Trust yourself, trust your gut, and always think about that Ace of Wands, right? That potential fire energy that is driving you is just like, fuck, man, I gotta do this. I just feel it in my gut. I have it in my fucking urine. I just gotta do this. That is cool. That is also, it's a very airy, well, it's Gemini, right? So it's a very airy thing about how to go about your passion, right? How to find your intuition is just realize that there's some fire you can't quench, and then trying to work your way around it, making a decision, a judgment call, and all that stuff, considering the commitments you made and the people you're going to disappoint or whatever. And that's a very airy thing about going for this. But it's like, that's cool. It's happening. Shit is happening. You're moving on. You know that you have to move on. Now you know what you have to do and how you have to navigate that. Gemini, if that helped you, if that resonated with you, drop a comment, let me know. Helps out big time for me, have feedback and whatnot. And thank you for being the first, one of the first that is here with me on this journey. I will use that spread idea to like generate, like create my tarot deck and whatnot. I'm gonna create the brand around it, Daywalker Bali, and it's gonna be so perfect. Want to make podcasts, all that stuff. Tomorrow is my birthday, so 36. It's also digital root 9, so the 3, 6, and the 9. It's very pivotal what's happening for me also. It's just like, I feel you, Gemini. If you felt it, let me know. Thank you so much for being with me. I love you.